It's hard to remember sometimes that Hollywood Awards season was once a highly anticipated event, that people would gather around their televisions, that tens of millions of people would tune in. Sometimes 30, 40, 50 million people at one point tuned into the Oscars just to see all the Hollywood elites, all the stars on the red carpet, what they're wearing, and of course, to see who won which award. That is no longer the case because now we see the exact opposite. Every time these Hollywood award shows come out and the woke elites pat each other on the back and tell normal people how to live their lives, push their propaganda, their identity politics, whatever it may be, normal people are done with it. And after the disaster that was the Golden Globes, where, you saw the mainstream media try to spin this thing without providing actual context, Golden Globe ratings up 50% with 9.4 million viewers on CBS. That's omitting the fact that it changed from a Monday to a Sunday, and also omitting the fact that a big-time NFL game led into this broadcast, which had 22 million people watching, and they only got 9 million to stick around for the award show. Omitted a couple things there to try to spin it in a good way. Nevertheless, the interest level was not where it used to be for that show, and now there's no possible way that they can spin something like this. TV ratings, Emmys fall to another all-time low. That's right, the Emmys were actually on last night, and this award show didn't have the benefit of, 20, 25 million people watching a nationally televised NFL game leading into the broadcast. They had to do it all on their own, and you see the result. Emmy catastrophe. Viewership plummets 27% to record low of 4.3 million viewers. Weird how that works, right? When you don't have all these advantages, when you can't use this excuse or that excuse, you just have to see how many people you can actually attract. And this is the result. Did you miss the Emmy Awards on Monday? You're not alone. The Emmy Awards was a ratings catastrophe, drawing a record low in history. Keep in mind, 10, 15 years ago, you had between 15 and 20 million people watching this on a fairly consistent basis. Now you get 4.3. While the final tally could rise slightly, the evening represents an unqualified disaster for Emmy producers who are hoping for a comeback following the pandemic. The 2023 nominees were dominated by prestige titles with relatively little mass appeal. The Emmy Awards drew 4.3 million, down 27% from the less than 6 million who tuned in on NBC. The last time the award show aired on Fox was in 2019, when it garnered 6.9 million viewers. When the Emmys aired on a Monday, which it did again on a Monday in 2018, it attracted slightly more than 10 million viewers. And I gotta be honest, I didn't even see too many, little clips or whatever going viral from this, of people's speeches, whatever. I did see one, and that was RuPaul's Drag Race, when RuPaul went up there to accept it for, his Drag Race bullshit, all that stuff. He could not help talk about Drag Queen Story Hour, making sure it's very important that, 50-year-old men dressing as women, if they want to talk to your children, you have to let them. Listen to this bullshit.
If a drag queen wants to read you a story at a library, listen to her, because knowledge is power, and if someone tries to restrict your access to power, they are trying to scare you. So listen to a drag queen. We love you. Thank you.
Unless they tell you to get in an unmarked van or to touch them inappropriately, then probably don't listen. If someone's going in dressed like this to read 5-year-olds' stories, nah, you don't need to listen to a person like that. There's something wrong with that shit. But anyway, this is what you missed if you didn't tune into the Emmys, I think hosted by Anthony Anderson this time. An all-time low. No NFL lead-in to help them mask the disaster that it actually was, to try to fudge the ratings, to help them benefit from that. Nothing like that. Instead, they had to stand on their own 2 feet, and they fell on their face. Just one more indication that normal people are completely checked out of the woke entertainment industry. As if streaming failures or box office failures weren't enough of an indication, these award shows continue to be an absolute embarrassment. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.